Hey, I'm Kelly and I draw things, and this is how Artist Alley works at Furry Week in Atlanta, and it's very different than standard Comic-Con events. So you go to Comic-Con and you want to be an artist. To do this, you apply for an Artist Alley table months in advance, you pay the fee, and then you have a guaranteed spot to set up and sell your stuff all weekend. Furry Weekend is very different. It is a daily Artist Alley that is first come, first serve. So that means I get to the hotel event space at like 6 a.m. It doesn't start until 10, and I wait in line in hopes that I'm early enough. I get a little half table for the time that I'm there to sell my things. And then if I want to leave to get lunch or something, I take all my things with me and the next person in line then sets up. And if I want to come back after lunch and like set up again, I get at the back of the line and wait until something's open. Now, there were a few Artist Alley spots in what they call Dealer's Den, which is the vendor hall, that you could apply for like in November, and right now it's May. But those were very far and few between, and even someone like me who has been vending since 2018 didn't get one. Which, you know, that's fine, it happens. So if you're planning on vending at a furry event, it might be like this. Now, last year it was different. So you could put your name in for a lottery essentially beforehand, and they emailed out like a schedule where you had like little parts of the day throughout the weekend that you were guaranteed a table. And then if you wanted to show up at the times that you weren't guaranteed a table and there was one open, it went back to that first come, first served basis. Now this year, people were a little frustrated at Furry Week in Atlanta because I think were only like 76 spots available. I heard that number randomly through the weekend. I have not confirmed if that's actually how many spots there were. And then like 300 people showed up for first come, first serve. And there was a lot of stress with that. Is this anyone's fault? No, it was just more people than they expected. And I think they were basing their numbers, and this is just my personal thoughts, on last year there were a lot of tables open throughout the weekend. And then however many people applied for those like reserved Artist Alley tables in November, they were then taking those numbers and like putting them into what they thought would show up at May. So lots of people stressed out, no one's fault. People were mean to staff, which is like super rude. They're volunteers, don't do that. And like, they're my friends, so I get really sensitive about that. But that's kind of how vending at Furry Weekend works. It is a half a table, but it was 8 foot, so it was actually 4 feet instead of 3, so that was kind of nice. And it does feel more authentic. Things are handmade, things are less polished, and there's just a nice, happy, like camaraderie vibe within the Artist Alley. So there are different kinds of Artist Alleys. Just read all the information for your event to find out what kind.